Okay, welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about the two call close method versus the one call close method, and we're going to go in depth which one's probably best suited for your business. So when we're talking about the one call close method versus the two call close method in terms of appointment setter to closer to close, or just appointment straight to the closer and they close the deal. So typically two call close method is, we see it more prevalent in B2B where it's longer sales cycles need multiple touch points. So typically how it goes, if you run a lot of paid traffic to your remote sales team, is add, application, setter then qualifies it into a closer and the closer closes. So it's pretty much a longer sales cycle, but it has multiple touch points, especially if your business has that. It's a higher price point or it has multiple touch points, especially in a B2B aspect. Maybe it's more corporate or enterprise. Now, one call close method is typically when the prospect has all the information prior to the call. They don't need multiple touch points and you can go ahead and close it. So typically B2C, that prospects have all the information, they just need, closer just needs to close. One call close method. Two call if it's a longer sales cycle, right? So typically what the hidden cost of the two call close method really happens is more of the setter call drop off than the closer call drop off as well. So introducing a setter doubles the risk of drop off. So first imagine the lead must show up for the setter, so you have to get them to show up for the call, then almost show up again for the closer. Every handoff is pretty much a leakage point in the funnel. And that actually does statistics of turns of two call close method and one call close method. And I highly encourage you, if you're struggling with show ups already on the two call, just go straight to the one call close method. If you're finding that you can't close as many leads, they need more touch points and they can't make a decision, maybe introduce a two call close method, which could then protect the closers calendar for more people that are in the market right now to purchase your product or service. So the psychology behind the desire to feed. So if you've got an option where it's opt-in VSL application, that is most of the desire when they fill out the application. That's the peak emotional moment. Now the waiting period, generally what we do with the closers calendar is it's just a couple hours to like fill out application and get the first slot if it's available, right? There's no setter in between. So we can almost get that in their peak emotional state to get that close if they got all the information. If it's going straight to the setter, you have got that waiting period where a high intent lead is handed to a setter who can't present the offer and the excitement crashes. Close must work twice as hard to rebuild that momentum. So all the way to the setter to the handoff to the closer's call. Now, the advantage of the one call close method is it's just straight application, zero friction, and you can get that decision on that closing call. Now, real quick before we get back to the video, if you need done for your recruitment, meaning you need an appointment setter or closer plugged into your business where they can ramp up to KPI within a 30-day period, book a call down below with my team. It's no pressure, high pressure sales call, none of that. Just book in a call. We'll speak to you about your bottlenecks, what kind of setter or closer that you need. If you're not a fit, you're not ready, that's fine. You can find more about your business. So when you are up to the point, you get an appointment setter and closer. But if you need done for your recruitment, book a call down with my team. Now back to the video. Right? The lead speaks to an expert with almost all the excitement is at this highest. And that's what you want. You want to preserve the momentum. Now, the strategic exceptions, right, with the two call close method is a longer sales cycle involving multiple stakeholders where one call is efficient, so maybe multiple business partners or you're speaking to a board or more enterprise contracts, software or demo-based offers like SaaS, and volume protection. If you're getting a lot of leads and booked calls, if you want to protect your closers calendar, introducing a setter is probably the way to go if you want to protect your closers calendar, where they're just speaking with more qualified leads who are in the market right now. Now, the application is also the setter you can imagine, right? If you want that one call close method, with the application, that's almost just a setter, right? You're qualifying the lead. That is the point of an application, to qualify the lead. And that almost is just the setter. So you don't need a human to fill those gaps when a form can handle that. By treating the application as more of a form as a primary filter, we can keep the inbound flow clean for closers while reserving human capital for high-risk tasks, right? So it's almost as a gatekeeper. Now, in terms of the back-end triage, what you can be doing is a great application system. So based on your application, you might have conditional logic already, which you can upgrade a form from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. So for instance, what we do the one call close method. So if we got conditional logic to route it to a grade 3 or 4, which means someone's in the market and they've got the funds and the business doing certain revenue market, they can just go straight to the closer's calendar and the closer can do the deal. If it's more of a grade 2 where it could be a fit, we need more, more data, we'll leave it on the closer's calendar, but we'll introduce a setter to more qualify that lead to make sure that we're protecting the closer's calendar. So that's when a setter could come in the 2 call close method inside the 1 call close method. And one is people haven't got the funds or they're just not a fit for your business. You just disqualify them automatically. Now, this is more of a breakdown. So we've got a lead that submits an application, grade 1. It's automatic. You can have a downsell or exit. You don't even bother selling to them. If it's a grade 2, you route to a setter. They can nurture and qualify, maybe get to digest more of your content, send some information through, and books call or leave it on the closer's calendar if it is qualified. And 3 to 4, just go straight to the calendar, 1 call close method, right? Now, in terms of refining setter's role from a gatekeeper to a more of a hunter protecting your closer's calendar, you can more of put the grade 2s as the setters, just nurturing them as case by case. So you don't need, if you've got a 2 call close method, you don't need a setter every lead going to the calendar. Introduce the work tasks as more of nurturing the grade 2s. Outbound recovery, reaching out to leads who booked in, like filled out the application but didn't book a call, and the no-show management. Getting them to, on the closer's calendar, bringing the lead, the booked appointment before the closers get appointment, and just making sure that everything is set and they're going to show up, and that will increase the show up, right? So setters stop wasting time on leads, could have been booked anyway. So you need to focus on the gap. It's more of you're a setter. Now, more of the data perspective, you're going to have cleaner numbers, right? Every lead goes through a standardized process, make it analytics more reliable, and you're going to have faster feedback. Closers get immediate market feedback. We ain't being filtered through a setter first, and you're going to get higher conversions, pretty much. So if you're a business owner and you're looking for done-for-you recruitment, you need a appointment setter or closer plugged into your business with the onboarding process already done. That's exactly what we do at Remote Sales Recruitment. In the next 7 days, we can get you 5 to 10 applicants for your business. And then if you don't decide to move ahead with an applicant, you do not pay. We handle all the onboarding process in the 30-day inside your business. So if you found that video valuable, click subscribe, book in a call with my team. You'll have an application down below, and we go for more of your business. But thanks for watching the end of the video.